everybody, Trent Suing here. Hey, just want to check in with you guys. Had a lot of things, go on over the last 3 days. Uh, it's actually kind of surprising. Um, it is, but it isn't. Let's see. So I've gotten um, all but moved out of the house. Everything's out. Just got like one last load of stuff I'm giving away. Today I'll get the house posted. The market I could get up to, I'd say probably 575 if I was to take my time and but unfortunately that's one thing I don't have. I don't have the time. You guys know that May 19th is getting close. You also know that my neighbors are freaked out. Um, Poor choice of words, but they're I'm getting zero communication from anybody. Realize majority of the Corvallis Police Department, um, every single officer, once I give them, I guess you could say, too much information, they literally do not respond back to me. You guys saw the video that I just posted. I mean, that officer that I met with yesterday is one of the few officers I haven't met with. Even when I was out on Easter, giving my stuff away to the homeless and helping them, if you guys watched that video, um, even the officer that greeted me, well, met me out there, I don't even know his name, and I prefer not to. I hadn't seen him before, but I could see in his eyes he was concerned. Just by me standing there wearing, a vest, not a bulletproof vest, just the vest to hold my chest cam, and black rain gear, and bent over giving stuff away to this very disabled, very um, person that just needs love. I mean, I'm not going to say whether that person's mentally ill or not. It's not my place to judge. All I can do is try to give her help. If I have stuff that I don't need any longer, why in the world wouldn't I give it to her? I mean, I don't, yeah. I guess I just ultimately feel and think differently than the majority of the rest of the people in the world, and I accept that. That's why I'm in the position I'm in. It's not an ego for me. Surely you guys can understand how detrimental this has been to the physical Trent Suing, the illusion Trent Suing. I mean, because I had to totally cleanse myself of that process of living in the illusion of all the negativity in my brain. Yeah, that hurt. Realize my family still, my, of course, Alexis, I haven't heard anything from her because she's scared and she's running. She knows what she did now, legal, what she did was. Um, she's at least coming to the realization of it. Then yesterday, I heard from um, Bridget, and or excuse me, on Sunday, I heard from Easter. I heard from Bridget and Kelsey, my two younger daughters. Bridget contacted me, and she wanted to, know how much I'd sell the house to her for. And she also wanted to know if I'd gotten rid of my Prius car yet. And we finally ended up talking on the phone, and I was like, Bridge, I know you guys knew. You all had this illegal mental health assessment plan. And on Easter, I found out from both of them that they don't even know they told me, but oh, I know they know because every single person in that group text, ironically, how in the world did I know instantly who the seven people were? How did I know instantly that all seven of those people knew they were going to deliberately go against my civil rights? They were going to deliberately have a forced mental health assessment. They were going to deliberately have my blood drawn under false pretense, extreme false pretense. I mean, look at Ashley. She told him I would kill her if if she gave up the God code that I gave it to the counselor immediately after. You know, Alexis, as soon as I walk out, she tries to get the guards to grab me. And then she sends me the world's worst text message afterwards, saying things like I've been such a horrible parent. And I've never done anything wrong to her. Ever. I never did Spain. You know, I understand that anybody who creates a lie about me, they cannot help but coming clean with it. Look at Nancy Brady. I mean, she has totally trashed her name just because she can't stop talking poorly to me. I mean, you guys can see in the comments, I have begged this woman to please quit saying all these horrible things to me. It's like you want me to commit suicide. And she does it more and more. You guys should see the private group text that she has going on where she's bashing me. Ironically, Nancy and Ashley are fighting now. Yeah, they're calling each other drunks, and Ashley has this big black eye, and it hurts my heart so much. And the way she worded it, she said, "I just got my ass beat by a, or I just got my ass kicked by a grown ass man." And what concerns me about that is realize I'm in Oregon, she's in Texas. But it concerns me because of how delusional she has been. I mean, she's even telling people that she hasn't talked to me since December. She was just, you know. Anyway, um, but now she has a black eye, and once I got home and I walked into the house, right after I was greeted by the Corvallis Police Department and Dana from the Crisis Center. Once I got done with them and I walked into the house, I got extreme cold chills. I mean, extremely. And I contacted Ashley and I said, you know, something tells me you guys did something totally wrong. And I could feel all the negative energy in the home. I could feel how violated I'd been. But I didn't want to overthink it, so I laid down and I took a nap. And then when I woke up from my nap, that's when I realized how horribly I'd been burglarized. But yet these two girls say over and over, "There's no way anybody took anything." Wait a minute. Ashley was in my home without authorization. Kelsey saw her in my home. Um, it the list just keeps going on and on, and that's why yesterday I tried to give the police department my cell phone, but unfortunately the officer that operates the program that takes all the information. And yes, just so you know, this, when I give them my cell phone, it is going to instantly duplicate everything on my phone. All the pictures, all the text messages, all the emails, every ounce of everything. Yes. And you know what? I'm the one who recommended it. You know why? Because I have absolutely nothing to hide. I am the only person telling the absolute truth. And that's why everybody's scared. That's why everybody stops talking. That's why the police officers, when I begged them, please, man, I thought you would at least listen. They ghost me. Period. Nothing. Now that officer that I met with yesterday, oh, I know he knows in his heart. You saw what you saw, and you know he can't not know that there's, I guess, what you could call divine energy in me. I mean, you guys have seen me stick my hand in flames and not get burnt, not even the hair burned off my arm. You've seen me use geothermal to show you every ounce of energy leaving my body and hovering behind to where my body turns ice cold. You've seen where just my head is hot and my torso is cold. You guys have seen it all. You guys have received all of your proof. You know, now it's a matter of you guys evidently are going to just more or less be in denial because you don't want to admit the truth. You don't want to admit exactly what's going on right now. Just like how many of you looked online and seen that, yes, okay, there is a fleet of Russian ships, warships, off the Pacific Ocean. There is a fleet of Chinese ships surrounding Hawaii. They're not going to invade us. They're just going to do the same thing that we've been doing to them. They're just going to remotely bomb us. And don't you think that, let's see, that's kind of right where Oregon is. And, ooh, let's see, Oregon State University does have a small nuclear plant. And let's see, Highway 20 that goes straight to Newport is a huge river. So when the tsunamis come in and all the water goes through Highway 20 and Highway 34, guess what happens to the valley? Doesn't that make perfect sense? I mean, I'm not trying to scare anybody at all. Like I told you guys, I love you guys unconditionally, definitely undeservingly. Look at how you guys are treating me. All I am trying to do is tell you the truths that I know from within my consciousness. The dates that I've given you have come from within my consciousness. How did I gain my consciousness? Because being willing to undeservingly, unconditionally sacrifice myself, majority of my life, for people that couldn't defend themselves. Because I never wanted anybody in the world to feel the pain that I have felt my entire life, the feeling of never truly being loved. And we now see exactly how clear that is. I mean, look at my family, the 7 family members. You know, Bridget, one last go. She wanted to get the house as cheap as she could. She tried to get down to 300,000. Once I said, "Well, sweetie, I'll sell it to you for 200,000. I'll carry a contract with 0 interest, and all you can make payments. Just rent the second half out, and they'll make the payments to me. That's all I ask." So that, you know what? She didn't even have the decency enough to respond back. This is the daughter that, yeah, you can't imagine how much it hurts. You know, that the family, and it hurts my physical side. It doesn't hurt my conscious side, but my physical side, it's like, wow, I've been a great person, and my entire family just totally destroyed my life based off a lie because they assumed that I was mentally ill instead of even talking to me or even researching full spectrum consciousness or simply thinking, oh my God, Trent's becoming one with this God. That's amazing. Let's support him. No, instead, they do the absolute worst thing in the world they possibly could do to me. They have a plot to do a forced mental health assessment on me. They say they tried to help me prior. Oh, they tried to help me by saying, "You're bipolar. You need to go see a psychiatrist." You know what? They stopped saying that as soon as I said, I did what you guys asked. Now I'm going to go to the police and see what the police say. All of them's like, "Oh, don't go down that road," especially my dad. He was like, "Oh, you're making very poor choice going down that road." You know why? Because that was the God within him telling him, "Jim, you have done Trent wrong. You totally violated his civil rights and you totally went against his will. And then you're not even loving enough to admit you're wrong. Instead, all you care about is protecting face with your little network of friends because they think you're basically a saint, like I used to think." But the thing I'm thankful for, because everybody judges me how I speak, but yet nobody else in the world speaks 100% truths like I do. Try it for a day, you guys, and then judge yourself. Don't judge me, because guess what? I'm not judging you guys. As horrible as you guys are treating me, I'm not judging you because I understand why you're doing these horrible things because I'm awake and you're not. That's why on Easter, what did I do? Go out in the rain. I mean, kneel over, put my hand in piss. But I didn't care because that lady needed love. She had broken legs, people walking by. She's sitting in a pile of piss, rain dripping everywhere. I don't care if she's on drugs. I don't care if she's a convict. I don't care who she is. She's a human being. But yet, nobody in the world, the police officer, Corvallis police officer, what does he do? I see way more effort put into him trying to find a lost cell phone that has a tracker on it than a single one of them put into my attempted murders, to the bomb being set off at my house, to the illegal mental health assessment, to the assault, to every single ounce of my civil rights being violated. They care more about the cell phone than even this woman with broken legs sitting in her own piss, rain running down her back, begging everybody that's walking by to please get someone to help her. And the police officer doesn't even ask her if she's okay, if she needs anything. Instead, what's he do? He goes to the other end of the homeless camp trying to find the cell phone for the people that don't live in the homeless camp. What in the world have you people let the world come to? Why are you okay with everybody treating each other this way? Why have we forgotten how to love? Your form of love is simply a measure of how much pleasure another human being gives to you. Is that life to you? Is that happiness to you? It surely isn't to me, people. Happiness to me is when I can touch other people's heart, when I can make them not feel the pain that I've felt my entire life. To me, that's a gift. To have that opportunity to feel that relief, to feel that much acceptance, that's an amazing feeling. You know, being out in the rain there, walking through mud, getting my feet all wet, and all that. And now knowing that I literally am going to be a homeless transient, I'm literally going to be living out of my vehicle and my trailer with, my house of truth. And I'm going to be going around the United States with my crew. And I'm going to be rectifying all the injustice that's going on, getting back all of your civil rights. And I've said I am going to dedicate the rest of my life to do that. And any money that I end up receiving, because I guarantee you, Samaritan Health Services, they are going to pay tremendously because they still continue to disrespect me and they still continue to lie. So yes, they are going to pay. And the longer they take before they sit down with me, the less likely I am to even allow them to stay open. It's that level, people. I have so much proof. The complaint department didn't even take the time enough to read the file to see that the very first statement in the file says that I thought I was there to receive my COVID paperwork to go to Israel. But yet the complaint department says, oh, these, super well trained professionals all say that you had the mental health assessment on your own free will. You consented to have your blood drawn. No, people. And they don't even remember that I got the audio recording of everything. And they don't even remember that Mackenzie, one of my clients that stood right there with the tattoo, she heard it. You guys, pull your head out of your wazoo because you guys are not thinking clearly anymore. I mean, I understand level 700 on full spectrum consciousness. They say that it affects about 16,000 people. Well, guess what, people? I have the attorney general, I have the governor, I have the mayor, I have everybody violating my civil rights by not even responding back to me because they're scared they don't know what to do. I guarantee you I'm affecting the whole state. This is why I'm becoming a transient, living out of my vehicle. Because I can't be around people. Because if I'm around people and they talk to me, I will not feed into your lies. Your lies are anything that you're feeling sorry for yourself. I love you. I'm not going to enable you to keep lying to yourself. I'm going to point out the truth. And I'm going to tell you, no, actually, between you and your God is the only truth. And this is exactly what your God wants you to hear. For example, as soon as I read I in any, text, I know there's a lie in there. Why do I know there's a lie in anything that starts with I? Because you can make the exact same statement making it positive. Any negativity is a lie. You feeling sorry for yourself is you're lying to yourself. The only thing you can truly feel that there needs to be proper punishment is physical harm. If somebody truly has physically harmed you and you didn't initiate it, you truly were innocent. For example, people who've been raped. No, it will never be okay what that person did. You do have the right to demand um, punishment. And I assure you, they will get their punishment. Anybody who has sexually violated another human being, you will get your punishment. Period. The only way you're going to prevent from getting your punishment is if you go to the victim and you beg with your whole entire soul to forgive you. And I suggest you give them all the money that you have on your presence. And I suggest you become a homeless transient because there's going to be a lot of people looking for you. That's how I feel about somebody that abuses somebody else. You know, verbal people, if you've been hurt by words, grow up. Serious. If somebody said something behind your back, grow up. You already know that you're in an illusion. Close your eyes. You can still see things. That tells you that there's a delay to your brain. Therefore, you know that nobody in the world sees the exact same thing. Except guess what? Me. I can see the exact same thing you see in your eyes. I've pointed it out to you. It's not control for me. It's not ego for me. It's I got this way out of pure love for you guys. I don't know who my physical self is going to be after May 19th. I would never harm myself, you idiots. And guess what? Those of you that keep calling the police department because you're concerned about the chief of police or you're concerned that I'm going to hurt somebody, you guys are flipping idiots. Wake up. How can you not hear how much I keep saying I have unconditional, undeserving love for myself? That requires me to have unconditional, undeserving love for you. Because if I do not have that for you, I am feeling sorry for myself. Therefore, it pulls me away from my God. But yet, you guys, the only thing you care about is spreading the negative. You want to make it appear that I'm threatening the chief of police. You don't even listen. If you listen to the video, I'm begging him, please do not make me have to come to your home. I'm not threatening him. I'm saying I will use the same exact laws they've used against me. So whoever has called the police department saying I'm threatening, you are mentally ill. You truly are. You are incapable of hearing the truth. That is the definition of mentally ill. For example, Dana, that called crucifixion suicide over and over, keeps referring back to it too, keeps adding lies on her lies on her lies. Dana, technically, you have grandiose delusions. What you diagnosed me with, because you can't find any lies I've told. I can found all the lies you've told. So in essence, I'm the only sane one. And all I'm trying to do is help people correct themselves from the lies. You know what? I've told every police officer that within 5 minutes I can teach you exactly how to do what I do to find all the lies. Not a single one of them's let me do it. You know why? Because then they have to accept what I'm saying is true. Just like all of you. You don't want to accept what you're saying is true because, you want your Starbucks coffee. You want your Dutch Brothers. You want your tattoos. You want to look cool. You want to go out and get some booty. You want to wear your bling. You want your new rig. You want your grill. Whatever you want. That's all you people care about is what you desire. Why in the world do you not read your Bibles and listen to your Bibles, but yet you will use the words in your Bibles against everybody you know? And your Bibles are written by another human being that is not conscious. Man, people, wake up. This is embarrassing. It's now honestly getting to the point where so many people here locally are so unaware that they're like acting like drooling idiots right now. And I want to help them. All I have to do is talk to you. I mean, literally. I held, you guys saw, I held the hand of a professional boxer. I mean, very, very impressive boxer. And now a referee. I held his hand, closed my eyes, and talked to him. And he could feel my energy go into his body and down his chest, through his lungs, down his legs. And when I let go, I had to catch him because he was passing out. He even admitted it to you on camera. By the way, the two of them, they've gone ghost. I understand. Anybody that's ghosted me, I honestly, sure, I might act like I'm angry. I'm frustrated because no matter how many miracles I perform for you guys, and yes, I have, no matter how many miracles, no matter how much proof I give you, no matter how much I beg you, you guys just want to stay in your hell. You want to stay thinking about your material possessions. You want to stay thinking about all the pain that's happened in your life. Wow, people. A prisoner of your own guilt. And guess what? I've told you that December 24th of 2024, that's when your opportunity to get out of here is pretty much over. And when I say get out of here, let's clear up this whole heaven thing. So when I was growing up in the illusion, I expected heaven to be, oh, you rise up to the sky. And you go to this magical place that has pearly gates up in the clouds. No, people, heaven's going to be right here on earth. That's why I kept saying way back in the beginning, creating heaven on earth. Yes, I know exactly how to do it. I know exactly what we have to do. It's actually really easy. Like I said, I know the future of law enforcement. I know the future of medicine. Hands down. I mean, you guys obviously have figured out, even if you think I'm batshit crazy, you guys have obviously figured out I'm incredibly intelligent to a scary level. If you haven't, how can I circle all these professionals? How can I call out the Corvallis Police Department? How can I call out the crisis counselor that has diagnosed me as mania, as grandiose delusion? but yet didn't even take the time enough to research what consciousness is. Wow, that is crazy. Oh, and you know what's even better? Look at the likes and dislikes. Look at the comments. Notice the batshit crazy one that keeps making all these horrible comments because she will get her 30 years of silence. I told her way, way, way back when I left on the 4 day trip around Nevada. And has anybody not done the math and not figured out, okay, how in the world has Trent accomplished all this in this short period of time? How has Trent done such a long, unscripted documentary? How has Trent done everything by himself? How has Trent, uh, you know, wipe the drool off your face, people. Give yourself a good little slap and wake up because you're out of time. I'm getting the house listed. Instead of trying to go for as much money as I can, I'm listing it for 450. That's what half the size manufactured home around here is going for. And this recording studio quality, studio, soundproofing, everything. It's going to sell so quick. And you realize as soon as I have that money in my hand, I'm leaving the area and you guys are never going to see me again until you wake up. Nobody has helped me. Everybody knows, every single person that knows me knows I'm a good person. There is not a single person in this world that can truly say I've ever been abusive to them. Ever. Ever. You know what? My father told me a couple months ago and gave me the pocket watch that said, oh, I'll always believe in you. A couple months ago, he said he thought I was one of the best people on earth. And now he treats me like I'm this horrible person. He wants absolutely nothing to do with me. He told me he didn't even want the tools back that I wanted to give him. You know what's funny though? He didn't mention nothing about the really nice metal lathe I just bought and put out there. He didn't mention nothing about all the other stuff. No, he's only thinking about him. He didn't think about the steel backpack leaf blower. He didn't think about the steel edge trimmer. He didn't think about any of these things that are out at his home that I bought. But I understand. That's why I say, I don't blame Ashley. I don't blame Alexis. I don't blame Kelsey. I don't blame Nancy. I don't blame Jim, Bridget, Ross, because they're ill. They're living a lie. They're in the illusion and they're so far in it that they've all told on themselves. Jim, the very last message he sent me was saying that if you want your tools back, you're going to have to send the police to get them. Nancy Brady has given me so much information that I can use against her. Bridget, you know, texting me wanting to know if I'd gotten rid of the Prius yet and wanting to know if I would, what I'd let the house go for, and then not even responding back. Bridget, you just told me your secrets. You just told me your greed. Kelsey, I know your greed was. I know you had the motorhome keys. Don't lie. You guys, it's time for lying anymore. And I also know you stole grandma's ring. Yes, you stole grandma's ring and then you returned it saying it was broken. So uncool, young lady. And I woke you up before everybody else. And you were awake and then you slipped right back into it, into extreme greed. You guys say you've been trying to help me? Wake the hell up, people. You ain't been trying to help shit. You've been trying to protect my assets so that you could have them. Pure truth. And the cops have 100% all the truth now. Well, as soon as I meet with them this morning and the other officer that can um, take all the information off my phone. So, you 7 people, go ahead and think backwards on all the horrible things you've said to me. How much I've begged you begged you guys before the crucifixion video. I begged you guys, please say anything loving. Please say anything against the illegal mental health assessment, my assault, anything. Nobody said anything. You know why? They were too busy getting what they wanted. Jim was taking the tools out of my house, and taking my tool trailer, even though didn't have permission. Ashley. Oh, yeah. But you know what? I don't want to talk about Ashley negatively at all because I'm scared to death for her. I love this human being with my entire soul. And to see that she now has a big black eye, that some person out, oh, and by the way, if if there is a man out there that has caused harm to her, so help me God, you and I are going to meet. And I assure you, you're going to recognize the negative. And I assure you, I'm going to make it a positive. So, whoever has caused harm to Ashley Strobel, you are on notice. I'm going to investigate. I'm going to find out who you are. And then I am going to see to it that you get your legal, proper punishment to the fullest extent. Because guess what? You are a horrible person. Anybody who causes any physical harm to another human being from this point forward, you are on notice. Because I will do everything in my power to see to it that nobody has to suffer anymore. I'm going to go from city to city with my house of troops and my crew. And I am going to set right the wrong. Hopefully, I can just assist the local police departments and they can do it themselves. I don't want to do it myself. I'm not some, what do you guys call, you have all these freaking names. Names are so freaking annoying because just like the English language, it's a bunch of languages thrown together and we think it's a superior language. It's dumb as hell language, people. I mean, think about it. Here in America, we ain't even smart enough to use the metric system. We tried. Shit, we damn near crashed planes and shit. Trying. No, we are not the most intelligent humans. Humans are not the most intelligent species. I'm sorry. The only reason why you feel you're more intelligent than a bear, well, guess what? You have to be able to do what you do to survive because your candy ass can't make it out in the elements by itself. You can't eat grass and live. No, we're a sack of bones covered in what, like 98, 92, 98, 96% water. You know that as soon as your God within you leaves your body rots, turns back to earth. But yet, you have somebody here trying to create heaven on earth, trying to save all of you, willing to cease to exist out of love for you. Similar to like your Jesus Christ story. I don't think I'm God. I am just who I am. I don't care who I am. All I care is that I do everything in my power I possibly can to help you guys have unconditional, undeserving love for yourself. That's who I am. Now, why don't you go look in a mirror? And why don't you decide who you are? Are you a good human being? Do you want to be a good human being? Do you want to help create heaven on earth? Do you want to stand beside me? Do you want to hold my hand? I would love. Ashley, that's all she had to do. That's all I wanted from her was to just hold my hand and just tell people how to talk to me from the start. That's all I wanted. And now look at my life. But I'm fine. As soon as I get away from this, oh, this extreme negativity in this community. I mean, think about it, people. The documentary's called Trent Suing on how to solve all the problems of the world simply by loving yourself enough to listen. But yet we got these dumbasses out there that can't even listen and call the police department saying I'm threatening them. Now, you dumbasses are probably thinking I'm threatening you. And all I'm saying is wake up, people. Listen to my words. If you do not hear my words in your head, then you are not listening. So, how do you think you can judge me when you have not even listened to what I am saying? Really? And I'm not pissed. I'm just I can't touch anybody because oh boy, let me start touching somebody, let them pass out. Oh, he's assaulting people. That's what route you guys are gonna go until somebody in this world, I guess the second person behind, the second best human being on earth, I guess when I find them, they will be the person that's holding my hand because they know everything I've been saying is about unconditional, undeserving love. When I've had to get aggressive, it's not aggression, it's defending. Defending. Do you guys not realize how much I've been attacked? How all my religious beliefs have been attacked? How all your religious beliefs have been attacked? So when I have to, flex my muscle, if you will, I'm defending my God's word, which in all actuality is your God's word too. But yet, what are you doing? You're trying to cause me harm by making up false claims to the police when you haven't even listened to the truth. Shame, shame, shame on you. That's okay. I forgive you because I know you're asleep. Wake up. I'm awake. You're not. Anyway, oh, hey, you guys like this shirt? I'm going to give it away. Um, it's, yeah, I don't even know what it says. Never really even cared. Um, and like I said, I'm not some religious fanatic. I'm not even, I've never been religious. I'm just spiritual. I've always said, I don't care what anybody believes in. As long as that gives you happiness, gives you comfort, gives you strength, believe in it. That's exactly what you should do. And guess what? That's why I apologized to my daughter. And I said, hey, I never taught you guys the most important thing in this world. And that is, no matter what about everything else in this world, listen with your heart. When you don't know what to do, stop, close your eyes, think with your heart, think with your God. Because I guarantee you, that's some cool power there. Yeah. How do you think I've accomplished all this so quick? How do you think I've solved my case? How do you think I've done all of it? How do you think I've gotten the people who have done me wrong to admit it? Police officer asked me, so are you admitting you're mentally ill? That's why you've affected everybody in the police department? Oh, by the way, he's a bro. And I know that once this is all over, once we're able to, he's able to wipe the sweat off his brow because I know he's like, oh man, what I get myself into. But he seems like a good bro, man. The only thing I will say is, I uh, I could see some pain in his eyes. I could see. I'm not going to expose it. I'm not going to tell you guys because that's between him and I. But him and I, once this is over, once he can breathe, and once he doesn't have to feel like he's on the fence, because by all means, I don't want anybody on the fence. I want to love you guys. I want to teach you as quick as I can. I want this pain to stop. And the only way my pain is going to stop in this world is when every ounce of you are not feeling any more pain. When every ounce of you are not starving. When there's not a person in this world that has to be worried about being abused by their significant other. When there's not a person that's getting stolen from, working all their life to create their dream, and then have it stolen, all stolen from them, like I have. That is my purpose. That is my goal. That is my destiny. I am here being who I am for you. Why doesn't that ring home in your heart? I mean, ask yourself that. Why, when you have a man that you've seen, a talented tattoo artist, a very successful man, a very loving, caring man that goes to defend the world and wants nothing in return, but yet you don't love yourself enough to listen and realize I'm doing everything I can to help you guys. I've allowed you guys to strip me down to nothing, and I'm still trying to help you guys, and I'm still not pissed, and I still forgive you. Who can find all lies? Who can see through your eyes? And who doesn't break any laws? And who would be going around the world with a house of truth, seeing to it that all of your rights are looked after? Really? You guys haven't figured it out yet? Well, I'll keep doing my thing. That's all I can do. And as soon as City of Corvallis Police Department, I just all I'm all I'm begging from them is I need to be able to justify to myself why I forgive you guys. You know, and the only way I'm going to be able to do that is when one, Ashley Strobel is in custody. Alexis Suing is in custody. Jim Suing is in custody. Nancy Brady is definitely in custody. Kelsey, unfortunately, Kelsey needs to go and have some time in custody. And Bridget, no, leave Bridget alone. Even though she has harmed me, I know she's harmed me. She knows she's harmed me. She hasn't loved me. She hasn't been a fraction of who I've been to her entire life. Leave her alone because she is the future of medicine. She is the one that is going to make all medical issues go away. I'm not saying that nobody's going to die. You know what? You're going to transcend. Sure, I don't know for sure yet because I'm still hanging on that stinking 6% so that I can keep trying to beg you guys to wake up and join me. You know, the God within me, honestly, I've had the knowing many a times that like basically saying, why in the hell are you still doing this? Why are you still letting them cut you down? Why are you still holding on? Why are you still doing all of this? Why haven't you just walked away from the home? I don't need money. My knowing, my consciousness, my God within me has told me, walk away from everything. I'll provide. But you know what? That would make me definitely appear to be mentally ill in the community. And if you guys feel that I'm mentally ill, then I can't help you. I can't help you gain your consciousness and help you become one with your God. This is why I have to get the lie cleared up here, because if there is one person in this community that feels I am lying because of this illegal mental health assessment or because of Dana's lies or because of the lack of performance from the Corrales Police Department, or the state police, or the Attorney General, or the DA investigator, my fan, all of these, you know, we have to get this cleared up, people. Corvallis, Oregon. We have to be able to love each other so that I can leave and go help other people. The longer you keep me here, the longer you are preventing other people in this world to reach their God, and you are creating more guilt for you because you know in your heart that if you don't at least show me an ounce of love, you are not a quality human being at all. How do you not? Even if you think I'm mentally ill, how do you not show me any love? I show it to everybody all the time. I love you guys. I've been telling the whole world nonstop. I love you guys unconditionally, undeservingly. Is it because I'm tattooed? You know, Nancy Brady loves to trash me about the fact that I have tattoos. I mean, look at my tattoos, people. They're all about spirituality and love and shit. Look at my hand. That's Bridget and I because that was her favorite painting, and we bought one, a really nice reproduction one. But she doesn't know who I am. Ashley, majority of the reason why I went to Ukraine was to prove to her how good of a human being I am because I knew nothing I did was working to get through to her. She hates me more than anything in this world. Why? What? Ashley, what really did I ever do? I told you, I never ever cheated on you. I never had sex on you. Yeah, when I broke up with you, I flirted with other chicks. I sexed with other chicks. We were broke up. And remember, before I broke up with you, I begged you to please, please, please make me feel desired. Please show me any form of affection. You know I did. And even after I broke up with you, I still let you stay here. I still helped support you for months until you decided you wanted to leave. I never cheated on you, Ashley. Ever. And this whole Sadie thing. Sadie's gross. She's stinking gross. And guess what? She's mentally ill. She knows she is. And that's what you destroyed my life over. You think that I cheated on you. Well, guess what? Just because I flirted with clients as a tattoo artist while we were broke up, while you have never seen me, while you know perfectly well you've never shown me love, I've still supported you. No matter how many times you violated my love for you, I never left your side. Even now. Even though you tried to have me locked up forever so that you could have all my stuff, I'm still now trying to protect you. I've been begging you to protect yourself. All you have to do is come clean and lies, and I will protect you. I'll make it go away. But you don't love yourself enough to listen, and that saddens me because I do love you. I love you enough to listen to every ounce of everything you told me, and I remember it. That's why the House of Truth will be visiting Benton County Sheriff's Department because I want to know why that deputy didn't even have decency enough to contact you back after you requested to reopen your childhood rape case. That irritates me. That is unacceptable. So, Benton County Sheriff, I look forward to having a conversation with you. I don't want to bring drama. I don't want to bring the camera crew. I don't want to bring the security crew. I just want to, I would prefer you to be unarmed. I'm sick and tired of everybody being armed around me. I have no arms. You guys took my arms. I have been attacked, two attempted murders on me, and I still go around you guys unarmed. But you guys are wearing your chicken wings and your pistols every single time you're in my home. Have some respect, man. I don't mean any threat or harm to anybody at all. That's the last thing I want to do. So, Benton County Sheriff, let's please have a conversation and find out how quickly you're going to get the case back on track to reopen the rape that happened to Ashley Strobel by Mark. Look it up. Get busy. Get him in custody. Or I will help you find the negative, recognize the negative, so that you can make it a positive. No threats there either, pal. I don't threaten anybody. All I do is point out the negative and get you to recognize it. And yes, you're not doing anything about Ashley Strobel childhood rape. That's the unforgivable, remember? Rape, physical harm to another human being, that's the unforgivable. So I highly suggest you make it an absolute big priority. Get the case open and get the arrest made. Because you guys are the ones who created Ashley. The system is the ones who hurt Ashley. The system is the ones that kept returning her back to her home, considering her mom's a homeless squeaker. The system is the one that did not protect Ashley. The system is the reason why Ashley's illusion needs help. I can help you, Ashley. I love you. I will help you. I just hope someday you love yourself enough to really know how much I've loved you, because I can't make you realize I love you. Look what I tried to do in Ukraine. That obviously didn't work. Look at us now. Anyway, it's probably about time for you guys to go to work. Oh, by the way, oh, geez, it must have been like 20-page affidavit that I submitted to the police department yesterday. Um, I did it while I was sitting at this desk while all of you guys were sleeping, and in essence, my body was asleep. You can sleep sitting up. We all know that. That's the amazing thing about your God within you. And once you gain your consciousness, I can rest and still do whatever I need to do. My body turns ice cold when I just sit. It goes into natural preservation state. When I'm up pacing around and you guys think, ooh, wow, he's bipolar, he's mania. No, I've told you I'm keeping the blood flowing in my body, because that's when I need all the oxygen to my brain. Because my illusion. Anyway, I love you guys. Have a great day at work. I hope to hear from someone soon that would like to, help support or at least